So, Gold is a movie with Zac Efron playing against type. They're like, okay, how ugly can we try to make Zac Efron? And he's playing like this hobbled guy who's going off into the outback to seek fortune in this dystopian future or past, who knows, where there's no food and water or work. And there's this mythical place that has work, and or it's a hell, a slavery hell. But he doesn't care. He got a flyer. He found a flyer. He's like, I'm going here. I'm gonna make my fortune with my hobbled ass leg, where I have to do like backbreaking labor. I'm just gonna hobble through this all. So like he's hitched a ride with this sketchy fool, or no, he goes and meets a guy who's like the guy to get a ride to this place because it's like kind of secret. It's off the grid, and the guy's like, yeah, it's gonna be like a hell of a lot of money. It's the same Malcolm in the Middle stuck in Alaska situation, you know, like you gotta like, it's indentured servitude situation, or like sharecroppers, you know, like you just, or bank, you know, like mortgages even. Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's gonna be like 4 times what you thought it was gonna be. Is that a problem? He's like, no, I'll make it work. The extortionist guy, he's pissed off at Zach because he wastes water, and it's, you know, Mad Max world where water is like the shit. And then they stop to take a piss or something, and then the dude finds this like giant gold nugget the size of a fucking car. It's huge as fuck. And they're just like trying to excavate this giant ass thing that's like the size of a Volkswagen. And it's like, what? Like, okay, first of all, you got through, like, you're surviving in this dystopian future in the outback. Anyway, so they're like surviving in this like dystopian fucking universe, and they're not like thinking, well, let me just break this up into small pieces and then move the small pieces. It's like, it's gonna be more valuable in your crazy dystopian world. Like, you're gonna take it to market, this giant ass fucking tuna, you know what I mean? It's like a $3 million tuna. We don't want to chop it up into steaks yet. Like, what? So that's stupid as shit. I mean, they have all this like technology, sort of. Like, you could melt it. I mean, you could chop it. You could cut it. I mean, it's fucking gold. It's soft. It's a soft metal. The guy's like, all right, well, I'm gonna wait, and you drive like between 3 and 7 days off to yonder to go get a fucking backhoe or some shit to dig this fucking giant ass thing up, instead of like just going down the block or whatever and getting like an axe, a pickaxe, the shit they used to mine gold with. And you know, they probably had a pickaxe on that truck, right? They're probably, I mean, you look at the shit on that truck, there's bound to be a fucking pickaxe. So just go get a fucking pickaxe, bro. Anyway, he's like, no, wait, I found it. Zach's like, no, wait, you go, and I'll wait here. And he's like, no, you shouldn't, because you're not from the outback. You're some white kid from fucking America or wherever the hell. You don't know about fucking these crazy wild dogs and shit, and all these, you know, monsters and demons and shit running around. So he's like, you should drive. But Zach's like, nah, I'll be good. And the dude's like, no, really, foreshadowing. You're gonna go crazy. And then I don't want you to go crazy and die and get eaten by wolves. And the guy's like, no, I'll be fine. Just go. It'll be fine. And he's like, okay, here's a satellite phone. You know, you got a satellite phone, but not a pickaxe. Hell, a screwdriver. A fucking screwdriver. They could have used a fucking screwdriver and just fucking chopped it up and put it in their truck and fucked off. But no. Pretty Zac Efron is like got all this like bad sunburn situation. He starts going crazy, of course. He's trying to fight off dogs, and then big windstorm comes, and then he ends up killing this lady. because, you know, Gollum sets in, he kills this lady. This weed is shit. This weed, I swear to God, do not go to Dreamland Boutique in Adams Morgan to get weed, because that is just trash. Their weed is shit. I swear to God, it's that fake ass weed. It's gross. So Zach's going crazy. The guy calls and he's like, "Hey, it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would be. I'm gonna be like a whole nother week." And Zach's like, "Are you fucking kidding?" So he's like, "All right, I broke off a piece, and I'm just gonna fuck off." And he's like, "No, I'll be there. Just wait for me." And you know, meanwhile he's broken off a hunk of gold like the size of a fucking cabbage. So he's an idiot. All right, I don't care what dystopian planet you're on. If you got a hunk of gold the size of this, you know, like, fuck off. What the fuck's wrong with you? Not that he could even hobble off with that. And who knows, it might have been fool's gold all along. I guess you could call it like a psychological thriller that is completely and utterly transparent if you know anything about foreshadowing and plots. It was just, I could tell you what was going to happen 5 minutes into the movie, kind of movie, you know. It is a great low budget script because it's basically a guy in a room, except that room is the Outback and there's like 2 or 3 other people in it. I have to give the script like excellent work with the script, because it's like one man in a room, but like way more creative. But I thought it was super transparent, you know. A drama teacher warned me once. She was like, if you like movies, if you really like movies and the way they make you feel when you leave the theater, you know, like, yeah, like, I'm gonna go be a boxer, I'm gonna go fight crime, you know, you shouldn't get into acting because it's gonna fucking ruin it. And she wasn't wrong, you know. She wasn't exactly wrong. Because shit is transparent. A lot of this shit is super transparent. Like, it's super, oh, wait, that, all right, then that's gonna happen, obviously. Or then they'll, like, change it. Like, the babysitter would, like, change it a little bit. But it's like, okay, you obviously just, you know? So it wasn't that awesome. But it was pretty good.